If he could talk, he'd probably tell you that the afternoon sun felt blinding that day. Therefore, he hid in the shadows of some old plastic scraps. It was his only shield against the world. He sat there, silently counting every pair of feet that walked by but never stopped. However, everything changed when a figure appeared, carrying the scent of fresh meat. Even then, he instinctively bared his teeth. It wasn't an act of aggression, but rather his last shred of dignity. You see, he was terrified of being hurt again, haunted by the memory of being abandoned with nothing left to lose. Meanwhile, under a gloomy sky near a crumbling, overgrown building, a rescuer finally spotted him. He was just skin and bones. Huddled deep in the shadows, his eyes weren't pleading for help. Instead, they were filled with a numb, defensive stare. The rescuer didn't rush in. Instead, he kept his distance, moving slowly to show respect for this terrified soul. Through the soft rustle of the wind, you could hear his low, gentle voice whispering, "It's okay, buddy, don't be afraid." In that moment, a sudden sense of peace seemed to break through the tension. Rather than using a heavy net, the rescuer chose patience. He began by feeding the nearby puppies, slowly proving to the exhausted mother that he meant no harm. Eventually, she went from grabbing the food and running to finally eating right there in front of him. While this transition only takes a few minutes on screen, in reality, it took hours, if not days. After all, trust can be shattered in a second, but building it back takes everything you've got. Then, the breakthrough happened. When the rescuer's hand first touched his matted fur, the dog instinctively flinched, but then he slowly closed his eyes. That small gesture meant his walls were finally coming down. Finally, the rescuer brought him to the safety of the center. Warm water washed away 3 years of hardship, and a clean blanket wrapped around his shivering soul. As he drifted off to sleep on a soft bed for the first time, he finally realized that the journey home was long, but it ended in the light. In the end, this wasn't just a rescue, it was a life being set right. It was a single beam of hope breaking through the darkest of times.